as some of the residents in this area are saying that they are scared for their lives. Earlier, Maxwell Agbagba visited two families who lost their relatives in some of the attacks and now reports.
That is the banner of 67-year-old Stefano Kujo, who was murdered at his house on the 17th January when some armed robbers stormed his home. We are told that on that same night, the armed robbers went to 3 different houses here at Oyibi to rob them of their properties. I've been speaking to his daughter.
On 11:45, yes, we were just in the room, all lights were off, and my sister just saw a shadow passing by the window, and she told my mom. She peeped through the window and realized there were armed robbers at the compound. She told my mom there were armed robbers around with Max. Before she even said it, as in she completed, we heard my dad screaming outside. Not knowing, he went through the front door, that's the sitting room door, trying to sack the goats outside from the porch. And they asked him to, they silenced him because there was a gun on him, and marched him to the kitchen door where the poly tank is and started beating him. So actually I had to force and open. When I was opening, they were screaming, "Don't open, we will kill you." So I had to. And one person was like, "You, this man, today we will kill you." That's what one person was saying. So I forced to open. And they were pulling it back, not to open, but then I forced to open it, and I just knelt down, begging, pleading with them not to kill my dad. They started beating me, they slapped me, they pushed me inside actually, and started hitting my head on the fridge. So that was when the other 3 people also entered and told my mom to kneel down. They started moving from room to room, beating us and doing their own thing. They went room to room actually, but before they started searching room to room, one person outside was given the order. As they moved to the dining room, then they move. Moved to master bedroom, they moved. So I realized it's like they were familiar, or people were familiar with where everything was. They took all our phones, and after breaking my dad's head with a stone and his legs,
head with a stone.
Yes, they took a stone, a big stone, and broke the head. So blood was just oozing out through the head and the ears. They broke the legs too, so he couldn't stand anymore. So after doing that, they came in to ask we should bring money. And they asked, where is the money? And actually, we went to withdraw money at the junction around 3 to 4 that way. So my sister just came out with the money, which was 1,200, and they said it wasn't enough. That's not the money. We should add more. So they were like, where is my mom? She should bring money. And she also entered, and she was able to raise 200. So we added the 200 to it. There were 50 cedis notes and new notes, 1 cedi notes. So they were like, how much is the money? But because we were scared, no one was able to answer. And they started kissing the money. They started making noise. Actually, they told me they stripped me naked. Yes. And one person was like, they should leave me. We on ye, Juma. So that was how the whole thing went. But they were with arms, with metals and guns, and they were masked. And after the robbery, we realized, not knowing, they were shooting in the air, and they were like, we shouldn't come out. No one should come out. So I managed to lock everything again. And not knowing, there were some people at the back. So it's as if the whole house was surrounded. The guy too he said he wanted to rape me.
He said it. Naked.
He removed his shirt, wearing only that. So it was one person who told him to stop. Men we on ye Juma. And actually 2 people were speaking away. In fact, we feel like leaving the area. But it's possible we will leave after a year.
So sorry. So sorry, Paul. So sorry. Okay. This is another victim of the attacks here at Oyibi. He was attacked by some armed men on the 22nd January in his house. He was shot in the head and his body thrown out of the compound. Family members saw the body some hours after the attack. His brother has been narrating exactly what happened on that day.
That night we couldn't close the garage. So we went to bed. So in the night we were sleeping before I heard my brother's wife's sister. She shouted. So I also came out from a security room. I was sleeping there with one of the guys who stay in the house with us. So I just ran giddy then passed through the garage and entered the room. So when I reached, I saw my brother's wife's door was broken with stone, and my brother's own too was broken with stone. And I saw two men in the room. So the moment the man see me, he removed pistol on me and asked me to bring money. And I said I did not have any money. So he asked me again, I said I did not have. Then he walked on me, then put a gun on my chest and marched me to the hall. And asked me again, I said I did not have. So he asked me to kneel down in the hall and raise my hand. And so I also did, and then he went away, then continued searching my brother's room. So I was in the room before. I see my brothers with some of the guys passed through the kitchen. So they all came outside in the fence wall. So they were in the fence wall. So they were talking like my brother was begging them. But my brother, when he was begging to, they were not understanding him. So upon that, the guy that I was staying to, he also came out. He wanted to come and close the door because of I also come out. So he heard the voice. So he wanted to come and close. So people saw him in the room. So they went and then bring him to out. Then they beat him with this pickers.
They beat him with what?
Pickers.
Pickers?
Yeah.
Maxwell Agbagba there speaking to some victims of robbery who've actually lost some of their family members.